Welcome to the lecture series Manufacturing Technology Second Unit 2 Lecture 29 Cutting Tool Material and Metal Cutting Operation Continue. Agenda for today present in this video is special attachments. Some of the special attachment is required for the manufacturing operation with the help of lathe machines and swapper machine, planer machine and drilling machines. Tissue, okay. Milling attachment. This is the attachment of the manufacturing operation start for the milling machines and some of the equipment of the more elements is duration during on the operation. Copy turning attachment. And copy turning attachment is also need equipment of the turning operation and the turning equipment of the turning operation is by application of the with the use of the one or more elements in this operation. Radius turning operation in the by use of the by use of the circular discs, okay. In this operation apply for on the circular discs by using of the turning tools operation, turning tools, machining time and power estimation. And some of the topic is used in the machining time. Find out the value of the one job require need for the time, okay. Duration of the manufacturing operation, okay. And time estimation, I find out the value of the time required for the complete for one complete for the operation and operation and find the and the and acting for the time complete to the start the operation and end of operation during, okay. The special attachment, some of use of the special manufacturing operation in use of the special attachment means some use of the special cutting tools and special materials select for the standard use select for the in standard sum of parameters considering and detail for discuss for journal purpose machining operation to carried out using the center lathe machine and this is the special purpose of machines required for the special machines in the centerless machine required for the special of the special manufacturing operation with the help of the center machine. In addition, it is possible to provide the special enhancement to the capability of a lathe lathe. It is the provided some of the provided for the special attachments required for the jigs and fixtures and the cooling liquid and cooling liquid and the inventory grease, okay. Inventory in the acting for the other materials is grease and the maintenance cost and other is the other packing of the products used in the uh, purchase of the wrappers, okay. And generate for the taglines and the design of the and written for the name on the jobs, okay. And design and attachment for the logo of the industry, okay. And some of standard name of the jobs and some of specification of the job and property of the components and property of the jobs and application of the field of application mentioned for the products surface. Okay, some of use in the some are used in the special purpose of the element, and some of special application used for special attachment, and some of the use of and the products complete for the machine. Suppose that the one job is complete for and this the suppose the manufacturing industry complete for the product form of machines is the sell for the purchased by the other company, and the company is the given for the other company is achieved for the with machines in the sum of start for the machines interaction related to machine interaction and application of machines and power supply for the powers and the and efficiency of the machines. Some of point mentioned for these machines. Okay, related to the machines, and other such as the attachment discussed earlier for the turning attachment of obtained cylindrical taper of conical surface. And suppose that one job is complete for the conical surface, and the conical surface is the job is also also used for the special applications of the job, and the cylindrical taper turning is used for pillar form. Okay, suppose that one pillar used in the and the chimney is the conical and cylindrical tapers. Okay, machines and the poles and electric transmission of poles. Okay, poles and pillars are used are for the cylindrical provided to the in the manufacturing operation and the twisting operation. The milling attachment, some of the application of the milling operation is the most of important of one of the manufacturing operation is the select for the manufacturing operation is select for the some of this operation is a duration on a you need for the some of a special attachment of the element, and this the lets for the carry out the milling operation is the operation is uh, performed to the milling machines and milling cutters. Okay, milling cutter, this is operation related to the other elements required for the operation, and the milling cutter and holding of the jobs and holding of the tools of machines, and job is the very strong hoarded for the jigs and fixtures, and the provided for the bolt joints इत्यादि. Okay, the machines the job is not vibrate duration of the operation. Okay, the attachment is provided with the separate spindle where the milling cutter should be located, and the attached to the cross cylinder slide reciprocate replacing of the compound slide. The compound slide is required. Compound slide is also need for the job, and the cross slide also used in the reciprocating motion and forward to and backward. In the forward is the cutting for the materials, and backward is the positive. Okay, no cheap for the work, and the milling attachment is the use in the some milling operation. The work is the hold between the lathe centers and the normal center lathe machines. Okay, this is the operation is performed to the lathe machines, carriage is the normal center. The milling cutter can be normally by bed in all the three directions. The milling cutter operation is the work performed to the all the three directions. Okay, three directions thus the permitted any types of the milling operation. The milling operation can be achieved for the permitted for any types of the milling machines required for the milling more classification of more or more milling machines required for the more operation is the help of the special milling tools. Okay, and grinding attachment, and the grinding attachment is used in the grinding operation and used for the and with the help of the grinding tools. And the grinding tool similar to the milling attachment to grinding attachment is used for finish a part in the lathe by the completing the required the grinding operation without disturbing the setup. Okay, and the grinding operation in this operation for the jobs and the grinding tools are the very supported provided so very strong supported and holding for the jobs and the very strong. Okay, the grinding attachment is used to the finish a part in the lathe by completing the required the grinding operation. The grinding operation is the without the grinding operation is the continue operation, and the multi point cutting tools used in the operation, and the operation is the operation is continue grinding operation without disturbing of the setup. The where where the gen- where the dou- where the operation grinding operation is start and finish, then the continue operation provided to the without disturbing of the workpiece and the tools. Okay, and the cutting tools the required for the grinding operation without disturbance. It can be mounted in the place of the tools post on the compound slide. The compound slide is also used for the one or more more mechanism in the more mechanism is the transmit of the power with the help of the sliding motion. Okay, one the one mechanism is rotate for the on the other mechanism surface. Okay, it can be mounted in place of the tools post on the compound slide. These have two or three axis movement and will be able perform in number of grinding operation. The grinding operation is more operation is the generate for is the operation is the operation for moment and will be the able perform in number of the grinding operation is required for the other required for the perform to the grinding operation is the more component in the provided for the two or more axis for the rotating of the perform. The copy for the turning attachment may be turned to need to access of the machines complex the country for which required for the feeding of the jobs and tool access. I know that I know that for the I provided to the sum of figures present. Okay, this is the input power. This is the shaft. Okay, this is the shaft is in the provided for the rotary motion with the help of the shaft. Okay, this is the center of the shaft, and this is the by use for the spindle for the milling tools. This is the spindle. This is the spindle of the milling tools, and the this is the center of the tools and jobs. Okay, this is the use of the cutter. This is the cutter operation is the schematic for the milling attachment for the lathe operation, and in the for the purpose of the copy time for the two of the machine, and x and y the work performed to the machines tools, and x and y axis is simultaneously similar to the tapered of the taper of turning in the draw. X and y is the value of the and the expression is similar. The such the purpose copy turning is to be used in this the cross slide is directly driven the cross slide. This is the cross slide. Okay, this is the cross slide. Okay, is the directly rotate directive for the driven driven for the with the help of the this is soft. Okay, and the need for directly driven by the styles which can trace a master for the actual counter of we the produced in the machine. The cross slide made similar to the per turning attachment. Okay, this is the work performed to the sample of the attachment of the machines, and the cross slide is this the schematic of the milling attachment of the lathe machines. Radius turning operation, this is the operation is the performed to the uh, radius of the job, radius of the radius tools. Suppose that the fix for the center of the disc, suppose the circular disc on the radius of the uh, suppose that the end of the radius is the round of holes is the thickness is the very short. Okay, this is the cross slide is attached to the bed of the means of a radius. This is the performed to the work. This is the job, and this is the tools. Okay, this is the tools selected for this is the tools is the work performed to the radius form. Okay, this is the job. This is the job is cut for the tools and components by the and some of the junctions is standard junctions required for this operation. And this is first is this is the cross slide. Okay, this is the cross slide part of the machine tool post. Okay, and second is the this is the mechanism. This is the mechanism. This mechanism one end fix is the this is point, and second second end the also fix is this point. The okay cross slide, this is the cross slide, and and the second is the this is the radius. Okay, this is a rotate for the job. Radius arm, this is the arm length equal to the component of radius r. Okay, this is the and second is the performed to the and second is this is the cross, this is cross slide on the support for the tools. Okay, and tools is the also rotate the work performed to the radius form of the workpiece. Okay, this is the workpiece also fixed for the holding of the workpiece, loss for the tools point. Okay, motion for the cross slide and shaded constantly by the radius arm. Okay, some of the element radius turning attachment, this is the radius turning attachment of the locus of the crossflight on the view of the job, and some of the component of the machines and perform to the work. This is figure is very the radius arm, this is the radius arm. Okay, this is the rotate for the radius form of the tools, where the rigidity clamp, this is the clamp. Okay, this is the clamps to the length of bed. Okay, the movement of the cross slide or the carriage, the carriage is rotate to the cross slide, and cross slide is also support for the supported to the carriage is on the support for the tools directions. Okay, tools direction also face fix for the some of the programming language on the CNC machines, and the work performed to this operation according to the set for the program on the CNC machines. And carriage for hence for the tool tips across the radius are as shown in. Okay, and the machining times and power estimation, find out the value of the power estimations, the estimation of the timing, machining time. Suppose that one job is complete to the 2 hours, and the main manufacturing operation performed on the job is the one hour 20 minutes, and the 40 minutes is also required for the other operation, finishing and painting and logo taglines of the machines ityadi. Okay. For this of purpose to the necessary to know that workpiece is material and the cutting tools of material, the composition of the compos the combination to arrive for the length of the machines, and the right to the some of required for the standard parameters required in the programming of in the CNC machines, and the machines is the work performed to the according to the some of standard parameters in the operation of the CNC machines. The industrial purpose, this is application is the most important of this operation in the manufacturing, industrial, and the civil construction of the buildings, and mm, and the constellation of the and some of the building structure of the component, and the tower jointing of the job provided to the joint for cutting speed, feed, and the depth of the cut of the radius. Why this is the job is also is required for the special purpose of applications of field and aeronautics field of some, and the other and the make for the blades of the turbines. Okay, and the turbine blades also for the in this operation make by the radius turning operation. Okay, radius turning operation in the during to the operation is on the make by the of the job on this is the use for the for these problems are observed during the actual machining time. He also find out the value then the operations should be take for carry of the solving the root problems as for the given for the problem, the find out the and this the machining times and the power estimation, find out the value of the this is the one power estimation for the these machines also were performed to the 1 hours, and the requirement of the power is the 1 hour. Okay, and the machining time and power estimation, some of the standards manufacturing operation in need to for the speed of the tools and feed rate of the revolution of the rotation of workpiece, and spindle speed and feed rate in per revolutions. Okay, some of standard parameters used in this operation. Suppose that suppose that one component in the required for the manufacturing operation, gray cast iron. Okay, gray cast iron is the gray cast iron is testing for the job is the BHN number 150 150 to 150 to 180 180. Okay, and the required for the high speed steel tools in the operation, this by required for the operation is the tools is high stainless steel tools, okay, and the speed of the tools in the 30 minute meter per minute, okay, and feed in the 0.25 per revolution, and speed of the 140 140 meter per minute, and feed rate 0.30 per revolution. Gray cast iron is the hardness of the Brittle hardness number is the 220, say 260, okay, and the speed of in the per revolution is per revolution is the 20, and the feed rate of the 0.225, okay, 2225 on the per revolution, and the speed of the carbide tools in need for the carbide tools, okay. Carbide tools is required for the speed in a speed in the 90 meter per minute, and feed of the 0.30 per revolution. All the some of the others is required need for the job, and the level cast iron, and the need for the version number 160 to 220, and the version number. Suppose that the speed on the perform to the work is the 33 meter per minute, and second is the feed rate is also fixed for the job is the 0.25 per revolution, and the carbide tools also use in this materials operation provided to the speed 50 meter per revolution per minute, to the fix of the feed rate is 0, it is a 0.30 per revolution. And other is the all the different materials in the operation of the machines, speed tools, and fixed the high speed tools, and the carbide tools in different speed used in this operation, and different amount of feed rate also required in the testing. Suppose that the planning of the manufacturing operation, and testing for the jobs and tools, and the other the mechanical properties, and the variation. This is the variation of the materials, and the variation of the hardness numbers, and the use for the feed speed of the tools, stainless steel tools used in the materials, and this is the increase for the other speed of the depend on the operation of jobs, and feed per revolution is also for different values required, and the carbide tools also use also for need for the speed of the provided to the tools, to speed for the per meter per minute, okay. And feed rate is also for fixed for the 0 all the this increase for the and variation of the feed rate of different materials, and different tools of materials, and the variation for the feed rate in per revolutions, okay. Suppose this is a continue, this is the machining times and the power estimation. Need for the others is the parameters is the also the machining times also depend on the over piece of materials, and the second is the power is the also need for the depend on the perform to the operation according to the tools, okay. tools of materials. Okay, the tools depend on the hardness of the materials. Okay, and the hardness is also increased, and the speed of tools is less, and speed in meter per minute. Okay, and second, feed per revolution is the required for the operation. High stainless steel for the feed rate is 0.25, 0.22. Okay, different materials and different hardness of materials in need for the feed tools or materials depend on the feed in per revolution is different. Carbide tools is carbide tools also, also variation of speed, and the depend on the hardness of materials is the 770 and 120 and 75 is the speed in per minute. Also for increase the speed, and the feed rate of the per revolution is the also different. Okay, and the machining times and power estimation, and the observation of and the possible of the vibration, the power the work of check out of the balance, the power estimation of the required for the other purpose. And this is the first law of thermodynamics. Okay, the first law of thermodynamics is the total power required for the machines is not total power p power 1, and okay, the p is the power is not equal to total work. Okay, p is the equal to w plus other losses of the heat. Okay, other losses of power. The cutter is the work imported for supported feed rate tools high, and the tools overheading tools large, and the tool is the not properly of the set of the machines, and the damage of the tools, and the operation is not continue. Okay, the machines is the overhead of the time is the increase in the manufacturing operation, and time increase, and the cost also increase. Okay, the workpiece not turn straight. The this is the also for the considering of the job is the hard stock and the telestock center of alignment of the properly the one objective of the all the operations manufacturing operation is the important objective of the also planning of the work before start for the operation is before planning of the operations. Okay, and check for the tools, and check for also test for the machines and inventory properly looked. Okay, all the fulfill of the other tools not is the the work piece out of the round work losses between the center to access when to the center of found is also used in this operation. This is the not perform to the job. Okay, thank you so much, dear student. Subscribe this next channels, and in watching this video, thank you so much.